bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. I'm gonna need all the fries you can give me, all the hot sauce, all the pie you can give me. Better be all or nothing, don't have me in the middle. You better be all you can. Yeah. Super fly for the plenty slides like a shuffle. Hit the cadence on my young Isaac Hayes, Billy Ocean, but the old with the cane stick. Let my slippers at the function. It's hard to run the Gucci slides. That you say you didn't never. I'm a step no. Jackie Chan, no travel. Can't clean it with the beat. Dripping from the. No, Lord, not me. I can never be the one you want to stuff for. Money, that machine. The bell got my stove. R.I.P. the times that I was broke. After life in 9/11, folks. Matte black, liquor clean. Dead presses in and I'm a local. Cooking up canard. Waiting for the antidote. Running out of time. Patience in the penny hoe.
Rub your empty pockets. I don't do that. You might press me. You do what I tell you. Get over here. He's gonna get this.
One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling. One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbling. Look at the cash, look at the cash, bubbling. Look at the cash, bubbling.
Hey, okay, Pocket through big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket through big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you. Curry keep the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Eat it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. More money mean more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope, deal of a new, giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like Hummus C-dip. Acrobat with the flip. Money flow like a battleship. Did it a new hope. Deal of a new. Giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be E.T.? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with the Washington Redskins. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway.
Here we go. Boom, landed.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
Four down. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Detroit.
Play action here with Rosen. And right away, he lost the football. And now he bowls him over.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On play action, Rosen. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. A good starting spot for the Redskins as they come up 1st and 10. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. And Davis has it over the middle. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on first down for them.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Marcus Golden in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. He almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
He'll field this at the 5. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Well, the Cardinals coming out here and take a look back, Charles, at 2017. Really, everything started going south, unfortunately, week 1. That's when they lost David Johnson to a wrist injury. From there, they really couldn't turn it around.
And in the offseason, coaching change. Steve Wilkes now in charge. Comes with a defensive bent. Remember, he's a defensive coordinator with the Carolina Panthers. And he probably was blitzing from the time he took the job. That's how aggressive he is. On the offensive side of the ball, you know, there's going to be a battle for the quarterback spot. You knew they signed Sam Bradford. Josh Rosen was drafted. But the identity of this team, David Johnson, their running back. Missing him most of last season really changed the whole dynamic of their year.
They'll look to throw on 1st down with Josh Rosen. A scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now a play fake here on first down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Gun! Now let's go! Green 39! Green 39! Detroit!
The first carry now. This is Johnson. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12.
All right, here we go. Blue 90!
On 2nd down, here's Rosen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down.
We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. On 3rd down, Rosen. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So even with the pass interference, it's a completed pass. They'll go ahead and just take the play instead.
How about the effort? Making the catch despite the pass interference. Nothing else to be gained on the play. No need to take the penalty. The play stands.
Here we go now.
Now Rosen on 1st down. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. Ryan Kerrigan in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. But they face a 2nd and long to start things out. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, Rosen. And Nelson's got it here right side. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
When the hitch route is run really well, that jab step off the line of scrimmage by the receiver, which is designed to back up the defender and give him a little bit of space, all you want there, get that space, catch the football, and then make a move and pick up extra yardage. And that's exactly what he got done there.
Dancing to his left. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Rosen off the play action. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
Now let's go! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit 90!
Third and goal. Rosen. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's fourth down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And Dawson's kick is good. And the Cardinals have the first points. It's 3-0. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out? That just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Redskins making their way out. Last year, a fairly quiet 7-9. Now, the big change, of course, for 2018 here, exit Kirk Cousins, enter Alex Smith at quarterback. What does that change?
The change is that you have a quarterback who takes care of the football in a big way, but still can deliver it downfield. Alex Smith has such a reputation for being careful that it's overblown. He will take the shot downfield. If receivers shake free, get open, he'll deliver it. The other part of that, they get an offensive line. If they can get health there and have consistency up front, that offense can move, and that's what they're going to need to do if they want to compete in the NFC East.
Geis with a carry on second down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. Might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. Here's Smith. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Set! Green 39! Green 39!
On the give, this is their fullback. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
They go play action. It's Rosen. And Gresham has it left side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. A minute 59 to go in the first half. More from the desert after this. On first down, it's Rosen. Letting one go deep for the end. Josh Rosen put that one in the trophy case. His first NFL touchdown pass. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Here's Phil Dawson now for the point after. Dawson able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. The Cardinals set now to kick this one away, and off we go. This is taken about 7 yards deep. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Play action. It's Smith. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Robert Kindici breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. A deep ball for Dotson. That's caught inside the 20. That one will go down as 33 yards on the 3rd down conversion. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19. They go play action here on 1st down. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the 1st half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Back to the ground game now with Geis. And he'll get this down only to the 18. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the 1st half. The Redskins on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamar Taylor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And with just 1 second remaining in the 1st half, they'll call the timeout. They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we'll check in for the first time with the newest member of our Madden family. It's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And here come the Redskins now. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. And now the ball's loose. Smith loses it. They'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill, or the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground. Whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Redskins scoop it. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I remember sitting in special teams meetings, and at some point during the meeting, the coach would always say, you better treat this one just like you're playing offense or defense. It's a big part of the game. And we just saw evidence of why right there with that fumble.
Yeah, fumble on the punt, and after it was turning up to be a pretty decent return.
Yeah, a really nice return. They were going to be set up okay, and the offense would feel good running onto the field. And now the defense has to try it out there and try and slow them down.
That one goes for 24 yards.
Let's go. Let's go. 15.
On 1st down, it's Smith. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Jordan Reed, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the 2nd half. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Leopard! Hey! Detroit!
Now Rosen to throw on 2nd down. Looking deep down. And got his man complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. And that one results in 35 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
Leopard!
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And he'll actually lose about 7 yards on the return, but they have possession of the football on the turnover.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
And all the way down to the 24-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 59 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 24. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. To throw on second down is Smith. Open space inside the 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. It'll be a Redskin first down as Smith hits Crowder. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. A shotgun snap for Smith. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19. Chandler Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, here's Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. The But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. Exactly right. A lost opportunity.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown.
Now that was a beautiful play. A pick six. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Dawson tacks on the point after, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And following the pick six, and they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled again.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
A very solid gain of 27. Smith now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll buy some time right. On the run. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20 at the 15. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. From the red zone now, Smith. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. Hopkins with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Here's the Redskins now as their kick unit will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, one-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
15 yards through the air and a first down.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rosen on 1st and 10. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on it at 2nd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to 3rd down.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. Play action here with Rosen. And incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here's Andy Lee now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he whips that one incomplete there. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. And it's third down. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job with knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well, and they end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Hey, on.
Fresh off the pick six, it's Smith. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off around the 41. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Because of Patrick Peterson, I don't think that there's a skill position he can't play. How about his hands? That interception just sealed a victory for his team.
A give to the fullback on the dive. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. This is where, fourth quarter, you got the lead, you give it to the big guy. Defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
Well, you say that with accusatory tones. But you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
And partner, this first week.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang?